16 times the disappointment, 32 times the question, why would you ever even do this in the first place? And 64 times, I didn't expect anything, but I'm still disappointed, Bethesda. But granted, that is just my opinion. Let's hear the opinions of some other people, shall we?
The big part of today's conversation, you need to remember that feeling from yesterday at Xbox's Summer Showcase 2026. It's a feeling that you've felt for maybe up to 5 years now. And I want you to remember that feeling. I want
Disappointment, sadness. Well, which of these great feelings am I supposed to relive?
it to be fresh because it's that feeling of awe and wonder. You see the title card, you know what it's capable of doing, and then on the other side of it, you're met with disappointment or a Mr. Matty video or the same thing. It's something that you see and you're reminded that you still care because you felt something when you saw it, but it's also a reminder of the anger you feel when you realize that's not what I wanted. Now, at first
Yeah, this is the problem. Bethesda honestly wishes at this point that people were at least getting angry. The reality is people just don't care. People have checked out. Fallout 76, I could be milking a video of every single day how bad it is and how dead it is. There's always a new problem, there's always a new disaster, there's always some kind of disappointment happening in the community. But the reality is, even I don't want to do that any longer because it's just so bad and so boring. Bethesda is dying the purest death, and it's the death of apathy. No, people don't care so much now that they don't even want to talk about how much of a failure it is. You really have a problem when people stop kicking the dead horse.
I thought I was just speaking for myself and my more hardcore community in this part of the conversation. And that is still, I think, very much the case. At the same time, as I scrolled through social media, I saw a lot of people memeing on Bethesda Presents, and it's like the biggest 50-50 coin toss heart attack moment because you know what it can be, but it's likely not the thing you really wanted. And what's happening is it's now turning from a hardcore fan issue into a broader gamer issue. Yes, this has a lot to deal with Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online, but it's also going to get into a broader conversation from there on Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 3 Remaster and what's going on there and why Bethesda doesn't seem to really budge at all when their stuff leaks and make the most of a bad situation. They just seem to be sticks in the mud. I'll just jump to the end and say I'm not sure why we're holding on to Fallout 3 Remaster when it's leaked 4 different times. It feels like in this environment, actually Fallout 76 would benefit from Fallout 3 existing because you'd get new fans in, single player fans like myself would shut the hell up, and 76 could peacefully exist. But since it's the central
76 will never peacefully exist. Fallout New Vegas is on the chopping block, and Fallout 3, I mean, 1 out of 3 Fallout fans really want to see that. Honestly, I would not be surprised if more people are interested in a Fallout 4 remake at this point than a Fallout 3 remake, so I don't see this honestly happening.
Fallout project, that creates a bit of an issue, which I will illustrate visibly in just a moment. There's also ESO, and it's the combined lamenting of these games being in the summer showcase each year with also just kind of the way the market...
What a coincidence, we talked about the Elder Scrolls Online. It's bad. It looks like it's going after that 10-year-old Zoomer TikToker audience at this point. So someone commented yesterday about the Elder Scrolls Online Thieves Guild trailer, and I think they were spot on. That person said this looks like a Sims trailer, and it does. Elder Scrolls Online, a dark, nitty-gritty fantasy game, now resembles The Sims Online more than anything else, and that's just insane, honestly.
Marketing works. Bethesda continues to pretend 76 is this secret you don't know about. Like it didn't have a massive comeback in 2024. Like 2025 wasn't a great year for it. Like it's not mostly positive on Steam right now, which it has been since
Oh, who gives a shit about mostly positive at this point? The reality is, you cannot get enough people who actually care about the franchise to play this, and so they're kind of screwed on that one.
Landers, which is when it launched on PC, but you get the point that the comeback is here. The game does well. It's got a fan base, but it keeps rolling out these trailers of like, join the fight, join 76, like as if it's the game's first year on the market. I don't need the game to die or go anywhere. I need them to do something interesting with it. So we'll talk about all of that here and now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here and you're into what's going on with Bethesda, whether it's for better or for worse, you're in the right place. Get subscribed. What I want to establish first and foremost is that I'm not speaking to solely my reaction here, but rather the collective lack of reaction I see online. So here's the clip. Check it out for yourself and see how other people felt.
Oh,
Here you go.
I really wish they were doing something else. I'm not gonna lie. Fallout?
Great.
No,
There you go.
no.
Bro, this game is Xbox's Final Fantasy 11. It's just gonna go on forever.
Okay. All right.
Oh, it's the X-Man. I'm sure he's not getting paid.
All right. Bethesda presents. Okay. Yep. God damn it.
No, this is gonna be Fallout, isn't it?
Hello there. Who are you?
Is it gonna be? Oh, it's 76.
Bethesda.
I care about her opinion a lot more than I care about any of these other opinions for some reason. Why can't we get a little bit... Mr. Manny, you know what? I'm just gonna go and watch what she has to say. I think her opinion is deeper and better than yours. It is what it is.
Presents. Okay, Fallout 76 update. Yeah.
Some remix? 76.
Mr. Manny, no, you are, I still choose you. I still choose you. It is what it is. Your opinion is better.
Bethesda presents Fallout 76 world premiere. Dude.
Bro, what the hell is fucking this? This Hound Hassan? Well, another bald? I don't know what this is. Tokenization, and I'm in front of the other guy. What the hell is this?
Fallout 76.
Fallout 76.
Bethesda presents. Let's go.
That's our boy Joe Raptor. Joe Raptor, great guy, friend of the channel. Absolutely love him. We talk every day. I give him... I can't say that. I cannot say that. I cannot say that. I cannot that. I can't say. I can't say that. Okay. Great guy, friend of the channel, the best.
Blades. Oh, decent length game, but like that was very...
These people need to learn from the best, and that is obviously me. That you every time you hear a Bethesda announcement, you should just be disappointed already.
Fuck! It sucked the meaning out of the television screen for Fallout fans, where you see it and you know, like, oh my god, here we go. It's now that, is it 76? Oh, you know, and that level of apathy, that eliciting of almost zero reaction is something I'm not trying to use as a beat stick or to try to be toxic to Bethesda. I'm using it to communicate a message. People are apathetic about your game on a broad level. What you're seeing from content creators is echoed from within their own communities. You're letting down thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Now, look, I see the leaked plans. I know things we want are on the way. You might want to adjust based on that so that people don't continue to endlessly and potentially in some cases mindlessly bash your other products because you're not giving them what they want. Fallout 76's ability to announce things before a natural event to really show them at is also becoming a bit of a trend now. With Burning Springs, they announced all that was happening with that expansion, which was coming out that December before the Fallout Day event, which was October 23rd, a very natural place to announce something brand new for the Fallout franchise. But instead, that was just double dipping on information we are.
Also, is anyone tired of how many special event days Bethesda has? It feels like there's literally every single month, like, oh, kind of special day for Bethesda where they could announce something. I'm kind of tired of that.
Already knew when it came to Burning Springs. And the same thing happened here. We already knew about infestations. We're double dipping on that. Did you know that 76 got a native PS5 and Series X version now? Yeah, that's a
I don't think anyone cares.
pretty significant update alongside the new season. You'd think they would save that for the showcase, so just like in prior showcases, they would show something brand new for 76, but they didn't. So this is twice now where it's happened in less than a year's time, and I feel like Bethesda should be aware it's not a great trend to set for this game. When Fallout 3 Remaster is leaked through FTC documents, when it's leaked through insider reporting, when it's leaked through a toy manufacturer, it might be time to budge, in my opinion. Those are 3 key strikes where it's like, hey, let's give them something because they've been begging for it and we're building off of Season 2. There's ways you can retool and create a new angle. And
to be absolutely fair, I've been thinking a little bit about that toy manufacturer leak situation. But it's a toy manufacturer. There's a lot of Bethesda stuff happening. Why would they not make a toy for Bethesda at this point? I mean, they can just do it anyway, right? I don't think the toy thing actually matters as much as people would like to believe. Typically, yes, toys are associated with big drops of big events and whatnot, but for things that already exist and people know about, you don't need to do a big event to sell toys, technically.
Play into what is otherwise a heavily leaked thing. I mean, look, Atlas barely gave us anything on Persona 6, but fans were excited because finally it's a real thing. It's finally happening.
Yeah, because Persona is a great franchise. There's a huge difference.
Yes, it was heavily leaked, but it's real. That means more. But I'm trying to look at this from the angle of I'm Bethesda, and I think it's a problem that 76 people see it and they go, oh, that's most of what people are doing. They're not like me who's like, fuck, because I want Fallout 3 Remaster. They're like, oh, okay. And they look away. You need to either do something with the game to get people in and caring, and you know what that is, which is playing more to the hardcore gamer, or you need to stop putting it in every showcase. Because, yes, Fallout 76 has been in 5 showcases in a row. In 2021, we got Steel Rain announced. In 2022, we got Expeditions The Pit.
Steel Rain was so ahead of its time, okay? Indian woman, Chinese dude.
Announced. In 2022, we got Expeditions The Pit. In 2023, we got the Atlantic City Expedition reveal. In 2024, Skyline Valley was announced. In 2025, it was Gone Fission. And in 2026, you saw what it was, the Infestations update. And look, at least in some of those prior updates I mentioned, like, hey, here comes the pit, and it's kind of like what fans wanted. Oh, we're leaving Appalachia. When I played it, it wasn't what I wanted, but it was interesting to talk about. In 2024 was Skyline.
Also, a question about the pit. Does it even... The pit doesn't exist in the timeline at that point, does it? Oh my god, the sun, can you please choose what you're gonna do? Are you gonna shine or are you gonna be... Look at this! How can we have AI that's gonna replace humanity if we can't fucking have a Logitech fucking camera that can probably adjust the exposure? Like, Jesus Christ. Oh! When it's too bright, it always makes it brighter. When it's not bright enough, it's not bright enough. Bro, have you seen my ghetto setup, by the way? I'm getting blind soon, but look, this is my ghetto setup. That's a piece of wood, okay? Those are shoe boxes. That's the internet thingamajiggy. Yeah, that's how we're living, boys, okay? It is what it is. It's absolutely great. Don't worry about it. I hope you saw it, because you're not seeing it again. Okay? And there's a cloth in front of the window because there's no blinds. They're gonna be made this week, or probably the next or the next after that. I'm not sure. Okay, listen, it is what it is. I did the thing, they came, they did the thing, and everyone was happy. Except me, obviously.
Valley, the first map expansion. That was huge. That was a great moment for the game. And it's one of my favorite updates to the game ever. That stuff is...
Favorite update of the game ever. Your enemy is a giant fucking turkey. Well, considering how undeadly dead claws are, I mean, giant turkeys are kind of part of the course at this point for Fallout.
Worthy of the stage. Fishing updates, reminders that...
Yep, fishing updates, fishing. People love fishing. Every game has to have fishing. Every shit game has fishing. Every good game has fishing.
An update exists, by the way, because Infestations was already revealed. What are we doing? There's more that you could do here, and I think they do need to do better. This is even just a 76 hater talking. I've given 76 its props when it deserves it, but I think you need more, and just putting it in there as a reminder it exists is not and will never be enough. And look, I'll even talk about my baby. I love Elder Scrolls Online. Y'all know that. I've made so many videos gassing up Elder Scrolls Online across this channel, Retro Rebound, just reminding people this game is awesome. Even I am apathetic towards
That's not what the people would say.
Elder Scrolls Online when it shows up in a summer showcase. Why is that?
That's not the literal 50% drop in player numbers that we have seen in the last 3, 4, 5 years would say, considering to the previous gains that it had.
Because it's a reminder of the things that you as a company are not giving me, the consumer. I say that because I just have to look across the pond. Here's Capcom, who just released the next mainline entry in Resident Evil, and that same year announced the next remake for the franchise coming at the top of next friggin' year. Can you imagine that? That's like Bethesda saying, here's Fallout 5, we'll see you next year with Fallout 3 Remastered. Can you imagine that? You can't. And that is a big part of the problem. It is the problem that Bethesda has these IP you care about. You see them in the showcase. I think most of us can understand the feeling, not all of us, but most of us can understand the feeling of seeing Bethesda Presents and going, and then realizing that it's a lot of what you don't want. So this is not just someone senselessly bitching. It's identifying a core issue with Bethesda right now, which is that you wonder why people are apathetic towards your brand, why they go so hard on you, as you continue to just take any marketing beat you can get to remind people that your product exists without any kind of meaningful additions to said product. It's not a good pace to be at. If 76 is going to show up, it has to show up with something like Skyline Valley to make it a thing that people want to check out. Infestations with another, show tune commercial that doesn't really show much of the game or anything that makes 76 look different isn't going to pull new players in. I don't know how I have to explain this. Same with ESO. People are going to go, oh, it's ESO. And your fans who
Yeah, everyone already knows that these games exist. Everyone has played these games, and no one gives a shit at the end of the day. That's the brutal reality of the situation. It's not pretty, but it's the truth.
who are already in saw it, because most of this stuff gets pre-announced anyway. So it's partially an Xbox issue too. But anyway,
Yeah, this is why I don't play Elder Scrolls Online. This is just not worth enough for someone who... I like the Elder Scrolls franchise, but I am not in love with it in that way, okay? I like it, but I'm more of a Fallout guy myself. So, I will not... I will... This is just the 76 of the Elder Scrolls universe, honestly.
I want to establish all of that for Bethesda Presents, because now we look ahead a bit at games that were missing from the Xbox showcase that I know a lot of people wanted me to talk about, and what Bethesda could do to tackle these games. We'll talk about the big one first, Elder Scrolls 6. I know I made this prediction, and for like a third year in a row, I was incorrect. I'll hold my L on that one. Okay, so another showcase, another no-show. I heard some good perspective when I was talking to Lockmart, who helped me with Summer Games Fest this year, and he made a really good point that I didn't consider until I'd already submitted my predictions, and when he said it, it became clear in my brain, oh, they're not showing this game until it's ready. That is that right now, Bethesda is fighting that uphill battle. And I imagine part of their reluctance potentially to show...
Okay, but how long are we talking about until they have anything ready? 10 years? 20 years at this point? There was one moment when I thought, okay, it's been long enough. It's either going to take 10 years at this point, or it's going to be announced tomorrow. And it wasn't announced tomorrow or this year, and it seems like it's not ready at all.
Content early is because if it doesn't look good, it'll be, oh, typical Bethesda. Oh, this looks like shit. And people are not happy with Bethesda right now. And at this moment, you're looking at a combination of Fallout 76 fatigue, Elder Scrolls Online fatigue, Shattered Space not being great, Starfield not lighting the world on fire, Elder Scrolls 6 being eons away, no remasters in sight that people are really looking for, an Abandoned Oblivion remastered, some really bad Switch ports that needed some work. Like, the issues are...
He actually said it.
Are mountainous, right? So if you're Bethesda and you're like, yeah, we could show off Elder Scrolls 6, would you? Because if you show off ES6 and even a hint of something is off, not even from the quality department, but from the setting, the characters, whatever it may be, that is spelling doom for that game for the next 2, 3, 4 years, however long we're waiting. And when I heard that bit of perspective, it took ES6 off the table for me. Will I still predict it for next year's showcase? Maybe I won't, because the one year I don't, it'll...
I mean, you probably should. It's a safe prediction.
Show up. And that's exactly how it's going to go. Perhaps the bigger change to talk about with Elder Scrolls 6, though, is what Xbox is doing right now, which is console exclusives. We're talking about Gears of War E-Day and Clockwork Revolution right now, but look, when you see the entire pantheon of games that Xbox owns right now, I think Fallout and Elder Scrolls would be massive pulls to the Xbox franchise if they weaponized them as exclusives. You know, a lot of people hate on Bethesda.
Weaponize them as exclusives. They're already exclusives. Like 5 people in the fucking world care about them at this point. You can't get a lot more exclusive than that. Oh, the failures of Bethesda are truly never ending. Oh, maybe he's gonna say something about everyone's favorite not Nepo baby, Sarah Bond. Wait, is it even gonna load? Because I effed up and I'm uploading a video now.
How much latitude, elsewhere do you have? There's this idea that
Oh no, Bloomberg! They asked how much latitude do you have? What the fuck is latitude? Speak normal.
Microsoft wants to.
Oh, look at her being in jeans and sneakers. I'm so relatable. I'm so relatable. Every industry plant is relatable, you glow stick.
To sort of extract software kind of revenues out of a gaming business, which may not be possible. Do you have more breathing room when it comes to the
God, I love how everything is a buzzword. I love it.
Financials?
Yeah, so my mandate is not 30% accountability margin. It's not enterprise software margins. It's to be the #1 gaming and entertainment company, and that's what we're going to go do.
That would imply all of those margins, but I don't even want to talk about that. Okay.
It was the removal of the 30% profit margin, but also the resetting of the brand, the acceptance of we're not doing great, and that they just need to rebuild at this point. And that's going to take years and years, because with the rebuild, the main thing they need to target is consumer trust, knowing that the direction they're.
Oh, I don't care about trust. I don't care about these things. I think most people don't care about the idea of trust. It's a company. What am I supposed to do? Get on my knees and pray to it? No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't care about your company's message to the fucking world, okay? I don't care about this. It's as simple as just make a good game and I'll buy it. It's never any more complicated than that. It has never been any more complicated than that. You can take all of the Vogue stuff and make 007, but some people are still gonna buy it if it's a fun enough game for them. That's the reality of this situation. I don't care to trust Xbox as a company. Xbox has literally no distinctive features different from Nintendo, PlayStation, or fucking whoever at this point. It doesn't matter. I never consider, do I trust the brand as a thing when I buy a thing? That goes for household appliances. And, the 500-euro vacuum cleaners that women are judging men nowadays for, which is absurd. It's a good vacuum cleaner, though. But you get the idea. You get the idea. That's what we're talking about now. I don't care about Xbox. I don't care if they go plant a tree in the Amazon. I don't care if they go and spit in the desert to make it more moisturized. I could not care less, okay? I want less retarded controller colorations and more good games. That's what I want. I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of people would agree with. It's not rocket science. It's very simple. Anyway, that was Mr. Matty Plays 10 out of 10. Bye.